Hello, everyone. Today is April 21st. It is a 1:55 p.m. for a lovely afternoon edition of Three Dudes, One Zoom. Big show today. Shout out Sticky M for sponsoring us. I was going to read the ad, but it's on my phone, so it's just not going to happen. One thing before we start and say hi to everyone, though, is be sure if you only listen to us on our podcast, you check out our goalie challenge that we posted. We'll put a link to the video in the description. Over 100 views, so it's our best video yet. So pretty excited. And
Really? Over 100?
yeah.
I looked and it
So
was 97.
I looked this morning. It was like 107, I think, 108, something like
Hey,
that.
there we go.
So we're getting somewhere with this thing. So how you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good. What about you?
Oh, pretty good, Little C. Thanks for asking. Had a very eventful afternoon, but overall it was pleasant. So we'll dive right into topics since we got a lot to talk about today. So the MJ documentary aired the first episode and second episode last Sunday at 9 p.m. on ESPN. Tank, we all saw it. Tank, what'd you think of it? Just general reaction.
I enjoyed it. I liked seeing more information that I didn't know about Michael Jordan. Like I knew the basics, but it was a pretty interesting documentary so far.
Little C?
Yeah, I like it. Like I don't watch basketball, so like I don't even know like that much like to start out with. So all this is like pretty new to me.
Like
and,
you didn't know who
like,
Michael Jordan was before.
I shut up. I can't wait for Dennis Rodman to be in it more because I love Dennis Rodman.
The episode I'm actually looking forward to most is when Jordan faces the bad boys, the late 80s Pistons with Lambeer and Thomas. Because Jordan hates him. Like, still hates him. Because in the 92 Dream Team, when they had that, which we'll get to later, I'll probably talk about it, Jordan said he'll play for the team, but if you let Isaiah Thomas play, he'll never play for the team. So he's like, he was a perennial all-star, and they wouldn't let him play on the Dream Team.
Oh, so the guy who's the star of this was in Space Jam. That's where he's from, right?
Wow, that's where he's from. Space Jam, yep. He wasn't just a rising star from North Carolina.
Space Jam 2 is going to be better because Space Jam 2 is going to be better because LeBron's better.
Don't.
Right, James?
You are out of your mind.
I just like getting James.
You're not. I think. Is there a way to kick him out? Perfect.
So first of all, the one thing I will say is Corey's really stupid, and he's also not all there mentally. Not like he's not challenged in any way as he starts blowing up our phones, but he's just stupid. He's just not a rational human, and it really hurts him sometimes. So we're gonna let him back in, and then I'm gonna start ripping into him, and I'll tell him the one reason why Jordan again proves he's the greatest by how he did this show. He's joining right now with his Wi-Fi. It might cut out. He'll join without audio probably. So your first time anyone's ever been thrown out of an episode.
Correct.
I'm gonna come back with my LeBron jersey next time.
You don't know.
The fact that you can even say that is beyond me.
Let me tell you why Jordan's the greatest has nothing to do with basketball.
I agree. I just like getting mad.
No. Do you know when this documentary was like, let's make it?
Well, they said
I don't.
That long ago, 22 years ago, right?
That was a State Farm ad.
Oh.
No, that was that was actually ESPN 22 years ago. They were saying in 22 years they'll probably make a cool documentary about it, which is kind of why they timed it for now to get that so they could show that clip 100 times in the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But in 2016 when the Cavs beat the Warriors when they were up 3-1, they had the big parade and LeBron was going nuts. Everyone's like, LeBron could be the greatest now. Tank, do not put something up that's copyrighted.
It's a black screen.
That's fine. Unless someone copyrighted a black screen.
Why do you just want a black screen?
Just shut up.
Anywho, he's going to put Jordan or someone up there probably. And then we're going to get hit with a Bulls copyright because their logo's in the video. And so LeBron's celebrating the 2016 championship. Jordan calls the guys that can make this, the 30 for 30 people.
Mm-hmm.
And because Jordan controls all the footage from practice and stuff because he bought the rights to it. As soon as LeBron was done celebrating, he's like, make the documentary. Because he was like, I'm going to show these people I'm the badass of this world as Tank's fiddling around. The one thing I thought they did, and they made a point of doing it, is they pointed out the disputes between Jordan and the GM Kraz. The whole time. They showed all-time line, too, was Jordan asked the GM, oh, are you going to shoot layups with us? and he was funny. Yeah,
about
and
lowering
then
the
he's like,
rim.
lower the rims for you.
Yeah.
That was a great one. And
I
another,
like the diet pills.
Jordan never missed an opportunity with this guy to hate him.
Yeah.
Tank, are you kidding me? I see a Hornets. We're gonna get killed with the NBA going after us now.
That gives us some publicity at least.
He's the most famous guy to ever be on this podcast when you think about it. But what's it called? Another cool, not a cool thing, but people like flipping out. Pippen never got paid. The Bulls never respected him and stuff like that. And people acting like he's poor. Like Pippen's fine.
No.
He got paid by
he's
the
fine.
Blazers, and people like his agent sucks. Do you know his agent like represents Nick Saban too? Like this, the agent's fine. The one thing I did like, and this is the final like thing I'll make about it, is it showed Jordan was like Jordan, how crazy he was because he just wanted to win, and he's like the most competitive guy to ever walk this earth.
Right.
Pippen wanted to win and be good to support his family. That's why Pippen took that deal, and they both took bad deals because they just cared about winning. But Pippen, was like his dad had this stroke. His brother was in a wheelchair. He had to take care of his family, which drove them to. And I think they said it. It's like Pippen's the best Robin in the history of sports. There's no better number two. And there's if you look at Pippen's stats, I'm about to go crazy diving into 90s basketball, an era I never watched, but like I've read a lot about, is Pippen when Jordan left the league to go play baseball, which they'll probably talk about later on. Pippen was probably the best player in the league. Like if you look statistically, Pippen was so good.
Number one in steals.
Pippen defensively, best playmaker on the team. That team was the 90s Bulls are the greatest basketball dynasty
ever.
They're better than the Celtics, just talent-wise. Yeah. And I like all the LeBron weirdos on Twitter who are like, look at that Jordan. He's being guarded by a white guy. I'm like, yeah, those white guys were the best basketball players in the world back then, too.
I like Portnoy's tweets.
I've been retweeting Portnoy and liking his tweets every day. I hate LeBron, too. He's just the worst. But, one thing about moving into our next topic, Jordan was by far the best scorer in the league. And right now in the NHL, in probably the last 10 years, you could argue the best scorer in the league has been Alexander Ovechkin. And an article came out with Gretzky. I think the Associated Press put it out, talking about Gretzky, whether Ovechkin can catch his record and what he wanted him to catch his record. And Gretzky was saying how, he'd love to see Ovechkin take it. He even said he wanted to be the guy to shake his hand.
Mm-hmm. Gretzky's a class act.
No, the thing is, if Gretzky was a dick, then they'd be like, Gordie Howe was like the classiest guy to you when he broke your record. Now you're a dick.
Yeah, he said that his dad told him that he wanted him to be as classy as Gordie Howe was when he broke his record.
So, but the thing is, it's like this pandemic hurts Ovechkin if they don't play. Not really this year. If it affects next year, it hurts him. Because Ovechkin, I was doing the math. Wayne's at 894. Ovi's at 706. He needs 5 more 40-goal years. Yeah. Which he turns 35 in September. He could do it by 40. If
he's not slowing down.
Yeah, if he gives it a couple 50, if he gives a couple 50 years, then he can afford like the 30-35s in the last couple years of his career. It's going to be close in this pandemic.
The lockouts have screwed him. No, the last lockout, like the full season lockout, was 2004. That was that the year he was drafted?
The year he was drafted.
That would have been his year?
Because Sid was the year before.
No, Sid was here.
Yeah. But another point Gretzky makes that I thought was interesting is whether you should put Ovechkin up, by the way, Tank. That's where you, Tank, when we have a theme, you're going to change it. We're going to make that a thing. Get the 49ers ready, too.
Yeah.
No logos.
I'm
serious. No logos. Whether Ovechkin wants to go back to the KHL and play out his career.
Yeah. I thought that was an interesting point.
Because, it's the same with Hank. It's like they asked Hank, what's the most, important thing for you to win? And this was before he won anything. He said, a gold medal for Sweden. So European guys, it means a lot more of those international things, their homeland leagues, than necessarily you picked the worst picture of Ovechkin you could have found.
Right. Well, it doesn't have any logos.
But the thing is, watch that be like the Caps photo shoot and they copyrighted it. That'd be pretty funny.
That'd be bad.
I don't know. I don't think Ovechkin would go back to the KHL.
No, I don't think so. I think he's on a mission now to break. Like,
and I think what that would do for Russian hockey would be great. The all-time leading scorers.
no, I don't see him.
Canada's rooting against them.
Obviously.
Yeah, I figured.
No chance. I mean, I think Wayne wants to keep the record too. He's saying all the right things, but I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
I mean,
you don't want to see your record get beat.
Records are meant to get broken. Not bad. Tank, we gotta work on your sit-in arrangement.
It's pretty good.
We gotta work on where, like, Tank needs to position himself just off center to make these pictures work.
Well, it's good now. So.
Yeah, it's not bad. But I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see Ovi get it just so I can say I watched him. I mean, it seems of the 706 goals he's had, he scored 650 against the Rangers when it mattered. So it's pretty cool to watch all those. Any other thoughts, guys? We're good.
No, I'm just rooting for him to do it, honestly.
How am I supposed to do this one without a logo?
Just type in. Let's see, the NFL draft. Put the shield. I would love to go 1v1 with the NFL because then I can be like Dave Portnoy, have it rival. And I'm going to put this that there might be copyright issues when I upload it, just so you know. The 49ers came out. The draft is this Thursday. It's online. They had the first run of it yesterday. There was glitches. And I don't know if you saw the video of Elway. Portnoy did tweet it out too. Like, he looked like a video game. He didn't look like a real person. But the 49ers want to trade both of their first picks, the 13th and 31st overall. Tank, any thoughts on that?
I think it's a good move for them. I don't know much. I read it, and I'm not a Niners guy, and I don't know much about the draft this year. I don't know much of the college guys. So, I mean, the more players they can get, the better.
So they're drafting 31st since, they were run up for Super Bowl. I didn't know that they had the second at first, but it's 13th. So, I mean, there's some more value in that than the 30.
The thing is, it's like they're obviously a contender. Like, they just lost the Super Bowl. They need to, win now because they don't have a second, third, or fourth round pick, this year. They only have the 2 first. Yeah. So they're definitely they're trying to move back No, they're just going to either – do you flip them to get guys that can help you win now? Which is tough to do. Those aren't really lottery picks besides 13.
I mean, 13's pretty good. But...
I mean, in the NFL, there's talent in every round. If you draft right, you're going to get someone. I don't know.
I like it, honestly, from a win now perspective. I mean, they were close, like you said. So
yeah, but I don't – I
think go for it.
I honestly think they should trade those back to get more second and third and fourth round picks, and you build up your depth for the playoff run, and you go out in free agency whenever that is with whatever happens. You try to get more. And
How old's Jimmy G?
Yeah, let's see.
Probably. Let me guess. 29.
You're guessing 29. Tank, you want to guess?
Born 1991.
Oh well. Is that a guess?
28.
28. When's his birthday? Is he turning 29 this year?
November 2nd.
So he is. So I'm right. Yeah, but I don't know. See, the thing people forget is they look back on the Super Bowl is Patrick Garoppolo outplayed Mahomes for 3 of the 4 quarters. Mahomes wasn't good until the 4th quarter when it mattered, and he eventually won it. But Garoppolo's still a good quarterback. You put pieces around him, you're going to win. He did take – I know he didn't throw much in, the NFC Championship game or one of those games. He, had 13 or so passes. But he's still good. Mm-hmm. He can still win it. And the 49ers have to make a chance at it because they don't have a future. You got a 29-year-old quarterback who's assuming they got a year or 2 left before he starts having issues.
Were they good last year before the Super Bowl?
They were okay.
The year before the Super Bowl?
I want to see that.
Yeah, were they?
Well, Garoppolo tore his ACL.
Right.
And so when that happened, they sucked. They were they were bad, I think. I thought they were 4-12.
What year is that? 18?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2018, they were 4-12. My bad.
Yeah, they were bad.
Bad. They didn't win a single game.
No, they were bad. They didn't have a quarterback.
Bad.
I think they had Blaine Gabbert start games, guys that just weren't good.
Yeah.
So it's with Garoppolo makes them better. What were they last year? 12-4 probably. They probably flipped their record around. No, they weren't. They were
2019, 2020.
Yeah.
They were 13-3.
13. Oh, yeah, because they started off 8-0.
Right.
They were the last undefeated team.
Yeah, they were.
So, I mean, the 49ers got to win now. It's simple for them. Like, they just got to do whatever it takes to get guys on their team talent to help them win. They need help scoring. Simple. Their defense needs to stay. Their defense was good. Wasn't good at containing Mahomes in the fourth quarter. They got tired, so they need to improve defensive depth. But they're close. So, it's like, this is the year you go all out. You try to win it no matter what. And
I'd say do it.
They're going to be a favorite to win the NFC again, especially if Garoppolo stays healthy, assuming there is a season. That would suck if there wasn't.
Yeah, don't say that.
This is completely random, and we really don't have we have time to go random. I don't care. If Mookie Betts, this is baseball, was traded from the Red Sox to the Dodgers, and the Dodgers gave up 3 of their best prospects for him, if this baseball season doesn't get played, the union already said that this year counts, and they agreed to it, so contracts will move ahead 1 year. Mookie Betts will be a free agent, and the Dodgers gave up their 3 best prospects for someone that won't play a game for him.
That is unfortunate. I didn't know that's how that works out.
The union said this counts.
Oh, wow. So Mookie Betts is getting paid to not play, and the Dodgers lose 3 of the best players.
But there's talks now with Texas, because NASCAR is going to either be in Texas or Florida at the end of May, and it looks like baseball might do a 3-state thing where they travel.
So you don't think that Betts would resign?
Oh, he's going to go to the highest bidder.
Yeah.
Betts is great. He's going to get like 4. I mean, the teams that can sign someone that goes highest bidder, Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox, Cubs, Cardinals, if they want to.
If they don't play the Red Sox, that's a steal.
That's the greatest trade ever. Because it's like, I don't know. It's like, I was reading that the other day, and I was like, the Dodgers have to be praying they play at least like 140 games this year.
Yeah, get something out of them.
You gave up your key parts of your future to win now, and that win now is going to go make you – you gave up your prospects. In order to hold on to your value, you're going to have to give them over $400 million.
Are they all like grade A prospects?
They're like – the one guy's like legit, like he's going to be good, and the other 2 guys are really young with like high potential. So they're still a ways away, but if they map out, they're going to be really good. Which, I mean, to be fair, I hope they tear ACLs because the Red Sox suck. And I don't care if that sounds mean. I hope they all Tommy John and everything. One of them, their first name is Jeter. I think they were named after Derek Jeter.
That's it.
Jeter Downs, I think, something like that. Well, no, because there's people that were named Jeter before Derek Jeter. Jeter's not an uncommon name. I know people with their dog's name are.
I've met a person named Jeter.
I
said a dog's name is Jeter?
Dog's name's Jeter and Matt.
Yeah.
Dog's name's Jeter and Mattingly.
Rocco Garcia's dog. Jeter, I'm pretty sure.
Is it? There's in New York, there's a lot of dogs named Jeter. I'm sure it's a great honor to him. We should have done the A-Rod story next because we're talking about Jeter now, but I didn't expect to go there. So we're going to go there.
Okay.
It was announced last night that A-Rod and J-Lo, so more importantly, J-Lo is...
J-Lo's so hot.
Your dad made some very inappropriate comments about J-Lo at one point that we're not going to bring up on the show.
A-Rod's head's kind of cut off.
Because
I just want to see J-Lo.
A-Rod's the best looking one of the couple. A-Rod's better looking than J-Lo. I got A-Rod. A-Rod should be on our podcast.
Crazy.
I can get A-Rod on our podcast. Just don't hold me.
You can get Jeter on your podcast, right, Teets?
Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. But the Mets are terrible. They're the worst run organization.
Hey.
No, I'm being honest with you.
I know, but you don't got to say it out loud.
Wilpons are the worst owners. Did you even know the name of your own? Oh, you probably did. Little C didn't.
I did.
Oh, good for you, because you read the article. Proud of you.
No, but I knew it before.
So in February, they were up for sale, and they were like, Steve Cohen, like, it was all done. And then apparently Cohen said he wants something more, and the Wilpons put up things. Cohen said, fuck it, I'm out. I don't need them that bad. Yep. The Mets are a joke.
In 2010, too, the article said. With another guy, and they wanted 60%, and there was a mess. The Wilpons are there was a great I think KFC from Barstool tweeted out, it's like the owner of the Mets this offseason bought a statue, and it was like a stick guy, and I will draw you what I remember it to be. Let's look it up. A piece of art looked like that. I don't know if you can really see.
There's a stick figure.
It's just a stick, okay? That's what the statue looked like. And he spent like $140 million on it or something. And the tweet was like, Wilpon will spend 140 on this, but he won't give 145 to Jacob deGrom to win 25 games. And it's like they're a joke. They literally.
I mean,
go ahead, Lucy.
Hopefully they could turn it around if they do buy him.
But they had a chance with the greatest rotation since the '90s Braves, and they made one World Series appearance. Like, sure, health hurt them. That's not the Wilpons' fault.
Where is Matt Harvey now? Is he like
He's still with the Diamondbacks?
No, he went to the Angels for a while. Then he was somewhere else. The Mets ruined Harvey. The Mets ruined him. He was the Dark Knight. I remember him the All-Star game. Everyone's like, "Here we come. Here comes the Mets." The A's now? What's he on? Like a minor league deal? The Mets, the thing with the Mets, it's the thing that would piss me off the most, as I say the thing for like 100 times, is they think they're like the Kansas. That's a bad example because they've won. The Minnesota Twins, they act like they're like we're a small fan base team. We don't have much, but they play in New York City. They act like they don't have any fan support. They don't have any money.
They do though. It's the sixth richest. The sixth.
It's gotta be.
I think it's the sixth. They said on the article, the sixth most grossing team.
But they act like for sure they'll never be New York's team. Like New York is a Yankee city, but they act like. We have no chance, so let's just be the Oakland Athletics.
No, I know, and that's what sucks. Like, it's hard to be a Mets fan. It is.
There's literally, they'll make a big deal about signing Robinson Cano, and not good Robinson Cano, like Robinson Cano that was good.
Yeah, they made a huge deal about it. I mean, they did the same thing with Delgado when they got him in, 2012 or whatever, when he was all washed up.
That's what
made
the
a
Mets
huge
do,
deal
though.
about it. We're the team that everybody goes to when they're washed up and done.
Todd Frazier, good hitter. He was a Yankee.
But he plays good on the Mets.
Todd Frazier, decent player. Strikes. He's a player today. Will make it back in the day. He strikes out way too much. Same with Curtis Granderson.
Yeah. Well, actually, he went and performed fairly well once he was traded.
I got a conspiracy theory though about A-Rod. So A-Rod's rival through his whole career, publicly on the field, has always been Derek Jeter, because there's always been the feud that they didn't like each other. They played next to each other on the field. A-Rod always resented Jeter because the Yankees were always Jeter's team, but A-Rod was by far the best player on the Yankees from 2004 to 2011, I would say. By far, he was
roided up.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, geez. Well, I found the article on the $141 million sculpture.
Yeah, it's insane.
I don't have a picture of it, but I don't unless this is the picture here. The La Home
I gotta see it.
de got the Levrev. I think this.
Wait, how much was it?
It was
it says he paid $155 million in 2013 to buy Picasso's Le Rêve, The Dream, and 2015 set a record by purchasing Alberto Giacomonte's 1947 sculpture La Home au Doggett, Man Pointing, for $141 million.
That's the best
anyone who has ever paid for a sculpture.
Yeah, but he won't pay Jacob deGrom, who will go out there and deal for 8 of 9 innings and then have his. He won't pay a closer to win the games deGrom gives him.
That's my favorite statue I've ever seen.
I'm gonna pull it up. That's the most disgusting picture I've ever seen in my life. It's a disgrace. I don't want to be a Mets fan anymore.
You're stuck, Tank. You can't abort now.
I know. Can't ban.
Back to what I was saying though. So Jeter, A-Rod. Jeter owns the Marlins, which is a complete shit show. You can't really see it, but you get the gist. Yeah, it's terrible. It's the stupidest.
It's not funny.
It's the stupid. Tank, I really like how you're in charge of graphics right now.
It looks like Groot from the Marlins.
It's god awful. I mean, what are you doing? $141 million.
What's worse, watching that thing or watching Tank spin around in a circle trying to win? But A-Rod and Jeter have always had this feud, and I'm just going to block you out of my field of vision. It's Jeter owns the Marlins. A-Rod's going to try to own the Mets, which already is a much better situation than Marlins. This, I think, call me crazy. And for sure, they're not even buying the team yet. They're just looking for other investors to come with them because A-Rod's filthy rich. J-Lo's filthy rich. They're not filthy rich enough to own a team still. It's billions of dollars to own a team.
2.4 billion, I think it was, and J-Lo's were 700 million.
And J-Lo's got more money than A-Rod.
J-Lo's has 700 million, and A-Rod's only got 314, I think.
He's got more than. Hold on, he signed the $200 million deal in 2000 with inflation.
Just in baseball, I think.
That's not right, because he made over half.
Let me look up his net worth.
He's got to be worth a lot. Now that I think about it, I'm surprised J-Lo's not a billionaire. That's a lot, though. What's A-Rod?
Alex Rodriguez net worth in 2020, 350 million. So I was close. What did I say? 314?
But he signed like a $275 million deal in like 2007, inflation alone. The deal he got from Houston, like inflation, he might have spent it. He had a lot of legal battles I'm forgetting about. So that is true. That did happen. Anywho, this whole timer thing up in my corner here, just so our fans know, we're trying to time this better to get a fuller episode. We know what's going on. And it's saying we have 40 minutes per like Zoom meeting. And we're at 31 minutes now, and I don't see a 10-minute warning.
Yeah, well, when did we start? It's only 2:22 right now, so like I'm.
But the thing is, it's like, but we started at like 50.
Yeah, so that's.
And it's when I started. But the thing is, do I lose the 10-minute warning because I have this counter?
I sure hope not.
So it usually comes up with 10 minutes, but I don't see it.
Because I have a timer here. Did they get rid of the timer because I have a clock?
I hope not.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. 350. Yeah, I don't know. This is a major test. This is a big moment.
The timer starts when you started it?
Yeah, we have 10 minutes now.
So wow.
So good. See, so apparently we have 40. Maybe it's when you guys when I hit record. I don't really know.
That
was just a major learning. That was just a major learning.
The remaining time.
Yeah, now I see it. I think it's when I hit record. Maybe not. I don't know because I didn't record. I'm really going through a lot.
You know what
right
I hate more than remaining time things? Anti-vax.
You know what?
True.
But the thing with the whole anti-vax thing is that's actually a major issue that we will use the next 9 minutes and 20 seconds to talk about. I hate how it goes down by 2 seconds at a time. I just noticed that. That really bothers me. So Novak Djokovic came out, as pictured in Tyler's screen, saying that if you had to get a vaccine to play, he wouldn't be comfortable doing that because he doesn't believe in vaccines.
Correct. Him and his wife.
I mean, Tank, thoughts?
I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I think this disease is running rampant through the country. I mean, you do you, but I think if you want to play tennis and you want to play with all these people, it's only right for you to get it so you can't spread it more.
My thing with, I think this light that I've been fighting the whole time is going to spin around and illuminate me really bad. We'll see your thoughts, actually.
I mean, get back to especially like Tank said, if you want to play with others and stuff and try. I mean, you're gonna have to
But he even I'll give him credit. He even said if he had to, and he was told that if you want to play, he said I wouldn't play. So, which
credit for
hurts tennis more than it hurts Novak. He's the best tennis player in the world. He's one of the few guys that if he's playing, I'll actually watch because he's actually really good.
Yeah, I enjoy watching him.
But the whole thing.
What do you call a sick 1-year-old anti-vax kid?
Kick him out again.
Midlife crisis.
So, wow, twice I had to do this. I can't that. You can't make. See what did I say? It's just it's unreal. I gotta fix it somehow. You know what we're gonna do? This is a bad episode, quality wise. I think content wise not bad.
No, I think content was great.
It's pretty funny. It's just not good. I gotta use my head to block out the light behind me. I'll let them back in now, and we're gonna have.
Hold on, wait.
How do I let them back in? Oh, I see. What am I waiting for? I actually have a real point that I want to make. That's always a dangerous thing, Tank, especially when we have a pot. Oh, yeah, I'll do the announcement. All right.
Continue. Yeah, go ahead.
So
I get it done though.
should I let him in now or wait?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, because I actually have a real point to make about this and not here. I will wait. You just can't make the vaccine jokes. You can't make jokes about babies dying. That's got to be a rule in the podcast. You just said a 2-year-old was going to die. But here's my real point. Here's my real point with this, little C, is if you have a couple players in the NHL who believe the same thing, which there probably are. I bet baseball there are. There's a lot of religious people in baseball.
What, anti-vax?
Who don't believe in like Daniel Murphy, I guarantee you doesn't believe in vaccinations. He's a very religious guy. Say there's
What's backwards?
No, you're good. You're good on us because we see the reflection. It says Corey is dumb.
Terrible.
If
I'll just wait.
say I don't know, just throwing this out for argument's sake, the Pacers in the NBA don't believe in vaccinations. A whole team won't play. What are you gonna do? You have to hold up the whole league.
All right.
Because you're not gonna make them to play because it's religious freedom, personal freedom. So it's either you're a communist and you hate America, or you're forcing people that aren't vaccinated to play. The leagues are in a lose-lose. I think they have to just wait until it's over or everyone agrees we'll get vaccinated. If one guy says we're not getting vaccinated, then I think you have to wait. You can't suspend them.
Yeah. That's tough. I think they have to make it mandatory, but it's going to be hard to make it mandatory.
This light is killing me. How can you force someone to do that? Public schools are different than
Yeah, I didn't think it would get to this point. Like, I didn't even think of that until Djokovic said it. And then in the article, they were saying that the doctor in Bulgaria, I think, said it's a terrible move because he's such a big influence that other people are not going to get the vaccine because of what he said.
Yeah, no, Djokovic is by far the best tennis player in the world. I would think he's still number one. He's the only one. Like,
I think so.
Hey, 90% of people that don't care about tennis but will watch it if it's interesting is if Djokovic, Federer, Nadal, Murray, if one of those four are playing, like, people will watch.
What about the Williams twins?
Yeah, you'll watch them. Those are good.
Djokovic is still number
tennis
one.
Tennis is fun to watch.
Tennis is good. What?
I like
Djokovic
watching tennis.
Is still number one.
Djokovic is insane.
And Nadal.
I don't like Nadal, but I hate Federer, so I root for Nadal over Federer, but I like Djokovic. There was an American that was playing Djokovic in, like, the first round of Wimbledon last year, and the first serve was like 120 miles an hour, and the guy was like, he saw death. He didn't think he was gonna he didn't think he was gonna survive it, and I think Djokovic like spanked him. It was like a couple of years ago, maybe, actually. He didn't have a chance.
We should play tennis.
I would cook
Have you guys
you.
ever played?
I would cook.
Tennis is so much fun.
It's
shot.
like, but the thing is, it's like people are gonna think I'm ridiculous as my mic falls. It's like that's a sport you need knees.
Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I even thought about doing a pickup basketball game, and if we did it, Cody's on my team because he would cook you too. Cody would cancel you out, Tank.
Yeah.
He would, and he would score on. But he's much faster.
Yeah, he's much faster.
I could lock little C down. I'm like Jason Kidd out there. No doubt about it.
I think it'd be good.
I play tennis, though.
But my knees, I can't play pickup against Cody in my driveway. My knees give out on me.
You know what's fun to play? I played at school pickleball.
I like it, Tank. Pickleball's good, but that's not really
good
content.
Pickleball's mad fun.
We're doing.
Well, yeah, but
just so people know we're gonna start wrapping this up now. We got 3 minutes, and this is like off the rails completely. We're arguing about pickleball now. We're gonna start doing not just podcasts, but more content videos like the ones you saw in our previous episode, which has over 1 million views now.
Since we started the podcast.
So no, they had 1 million before. I accidentally said 107 earlier, but I forgot it had over 1 million. And the podcast before that did great. It had like 760,000 people. So it's not just going to be podcasts anymore. We're going to venture into content. We're going to keep it up with that. Another big announcement is SoundCloud likes to charge money after a certain time period. We're poor college students.
We're cheap.
It's not going to happen.
Not going to happen. YouTube is free as long as you keep liking, commenting, and subscribing. As Tyler likes to say behind him, Tyler, looks like you're doing something inappropriate. Yeah, there you go, Tank. So, Tank going forward, Tank will have graphics ready to go and prepared, so we'll be good to go. Be sure to, as I said earlier, like, comment, subscribe, watch all our videos. We really appreciate it, guys. There's going to be more to come. We got a lot of good ideas flowing. We're going to do a lot more events. There's going to be time with sporting events coming back. And once sports come back, these shows are going to get pretty interesting and long, especially when the Rangers get bounced in the first round. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys Thursday.
Just start recording.
Hey guys, welcome back. We forgot one thing. Little C, go.
Yo, Tank, tell me, who loves presents?
This guy.
All right, check us out on our YouTube.
Presents.
That guy. Check us out on our YouTube channel, 3 Dudes, 1 Zoom. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a good one.